It's the one with mathematics Toastmaster Chandana. Thank you.
Alright. How many of you like math? Raise your hands. That was very fast. How many of you dislike math? Okay. How many of you hate math? Alright. I have a hate-love relationship with the subject. And dear guests, fellow Toastmasters, let me take you through my journey and story with the subject maths, the subject of numbers and eventually alphabets. So it all started in school when I was a little kid looking at my teacher with the wide eyes trying to understand and learn the numbers she was teaching us, because she was teaching them in a very catchy rhyme format. And I was like, wow, if this is math, I love math. I'm enjoying this. And that emotion carried on until a few more years, where we were taught addition through oranges and apples and subtraction through, well, chocolates. And that time, my teacher told me that if you have 5 chocolates with you and I take away 2 of them, how many do you have? Instead of doing 5 in hand, 2 in mine, and whatever that process was, I was thinking, why is this lady trying to take away my chocolates? Is she okay? And I mean, eventually I did learn how everything works. And then, after a fine summer break, I enter my 4th class. And that's when I see my teacher drawing a huge line across the board. And that's when we were introduced to integers. I had just learned that these were the only numbers, I mean, of course, till infinite. And now I found out that they had their own negative counterparts, the negative numbers. And now I had to relearn the addition, multiplication. I had to learn that minus into minus is plus, and plus into minus is minus, and so on. And after that, she drew another line beneath that. That is when I found out they were numbers between the numbers I already knew. I was like, alright, it's fine, manageable. And I went on for another year like that, and it was okay. Like, ho jayega. Then I saw, and we were taught algebra. I had never hated the alphabet X more than that in my life. And of course, this turned into linear equations, which turned into polynomials. And then it turned into quadratic equation, and it all just became a whole lot of chaos. Among all of this chaotic environment, what I saw that, yeah, this too. And like that, it went on till 10th, 12th. And among all of this chaos, I did have few topics which, gave me confidence, and topics like probability, statistics, coordinate geometry, and also partially geometry, probably because of this one thing. As a kid who had just got the privilege to use pen, I was excited to get a few more tools in my bag and know how each of these worked. Okay, let me ask you, how many of you know what this, and these are used for? Anyone? Till 12th. Not after that. So, that is what. These became just our imaginary guns or weapons of imagination. But that's it. All we used were this, and that too just for 2-3 classes. And the excitement died with that. I mean, what are they trying to see? Are there stencils for triangles? Maybe could be in higher education. I'm not sure. But speaking of triangles, do you see this?
Yes.
What do you identify the shape as?
Triangle.
Right? Mathematics will ask you to prove it. That this is a triangle. I mean, what other shape could an enclosed 3-shaped be? A circle? We don't know. So that is what mathematics was for me. I try to make a little bit of fun of it here and there to keep my, confidence in place. And so, with topics like these, I moved on. I went on till 12th. And I realized that I was not doing that well in the subject. And over the time, I realized that it's, fine if I don't do well in one subject. Because right now, you don't see me calculating the angle between me and the top of a building or trying to calculate the number of watermelons someone has. We have Google and AI for that, so we don't really have to put in the effort here. And that is when I realized that I need to make a strength and weakness analysis to appreciate all the strengths I had and not backing out because of one subject I couldn't get through. That is when I saw that I listed that and started running like this kid from mathematics, hating it, cursing it, and just accepted it. Made my peace with it, that fine, I'm bad at one subject, okay. There are people failing these subjects. So I was like, fine, I got this. And that is when I made friendship with the subject math. Mainly because, I had to stop the hate crime. And also because I had to work with mathematics again after a break I took in degree. Because I have to give my college entrance exams where math has a huge weightage, and that is why I made friends with it. So I guess this is not the end of the journey. There's gonna be a part 2. Thank you.